what do you get when the chicken crosses the road? McDonald's nuggets. Living in the Welsh lands like I don't, you see a lot of chickens and a lot of dead. And then you wonder where McDonald's get their chickens. But then suddenly they're not on the road anymore. I've never been to Wales, but I'm sure that happens quite often. Anyway, moving on. This is another episode of Naked Spaghetti. And the title is Doomsday 2011. The apparent apocalypse, or Armageddon of the world, is to start, let me look here, this coming Saturday, May 21st, 2011. So I want everyone to hold on to their hats, because the world is coming to an end. Not really. So, I've been doing some looking, some researching on this whole Armageddon type stuff, and it has really befallen me that I can't find the word that I want to use, and it really bothers me. Next in the headlines is, I don't know, I'm not news service. Anyway, I don't know. I had a lot to say before I started this, and now that I've started, I can't quite find anything to say. Except for, I want you all to know that the Armageddon is coming in about, what, 7 days from right now, currently. Depends on when you're watching this. It's probably already passed by the time you've seen this. So it just goes to prove that's not happening anyway. But there's, what, earthquakes and locusts, I guess, right? And bodies shall be vomited from the graves, and all that lovely stuff that I see on a weekly basis anyway. So really, what's to be scared of? Not too much new stuff happening in the world. Politically, they're all dickheads. Religiously, they're all worshipping. And economically, we're all in the downtrend. So there's really no update. So the current 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 11 o'clock news needs no longer broadcast. Now that I've made the cacophonous epiphany of the world internationally, I would like to be taken notice for this prize here that I don't have. In other words, I think I deserve one, and that's not me just being selfish. That's me being biased. Anyway, I haven't been up to too much lately. I just thought you would like to know. Everything's being worked out through the family, and getting one thing done and another thing completed. The things that are done aren't quite there, and the things that are completed are working backwards. It's just another usual day in the house of my head, really. Input comment here. I don't know. Pretty much what I wanted to focus on in this episode was the end of the world, Doomsday, Armageddon, whatever you want to call it. It's the end of the world this coming Saturday, May 21, 2011. I don't believe it, unless it happens, and then I do. And if it doesn't, I'm just going to point and laugh. That's all I can do, so I'm not God. Except for I'm always called that at night. Wink, wink. Did I say that? No, I didn't. Anyway, what can I say? I know what I'm doing. I know how to work with me people, mainly women. But this Doomsday, I have a little problem with it. Yeah, that's about it. I'm sure you have your problems and your agreements. So I was just wondering if we're working backwards and really advancing nowhere, with the exception of technology, medical. That's about it, really, I guess. Medical. Those two fields, medical and technology, if you're not working in those fields, you're working backwards. That's how it's working. That's how it works. So I have no idea where I was going with that. I think I did when I started, but I don't know now. Yes, working backwards. This world supposedly started with the Big Bang. Whether you agree on that or not is up to you and your religious beliefs. But let's just say hypothetically, it started with the Big Bang. And since we're all working backwards, does that mean we're going out in a Big Bang? Because I remember as a little kid in school, we were taught that in about 5 billion years, that's billion with a B, 5 billion years, the sun, our nearest star, and our life support here on Earth, is going to die out, burn up, explode, and consume like the nearest, 5 planets or so. And which, of course, that includes Earth. So, I was taught about this demolition of big star explosions and supernovas, and I believe in God, and I believe He's up there watching over us. But what I want to know is why, after stating that no man shall know the hour, everyone seems to know May 21st. There's also the theory of December 21st, which for some reason they're both the 21st. I'm taking, mathematically, one was Arabian, one was a Briton, and they just worked on a different mathematical scale, as in 2 equals y and y equaled 7. Never mind, but that's what I'm thinking they did, because they're a whole year and a half apart. More than a year and a half, it's a year and 7 months. Exactly to the day, actually. So, really, how can one be so sure of the end of times? Like I said, I certainly don't support this idea. I am sure of myself that I will be here, and I am unanimous in this, that I will be here until my dying day. Yeah. So, what I would love to know are your thoughts on the end of the world. Is it possible for someone to know, when do you feel it's coming? Do you feel it's coming shortly? And if you're watching this after May 21st, 2011, this coming Saturday, if you're watching it after this, did you think it was going to happen? And when do you think it will happen? Or do you think it'll actually happen and just wait till the sun explodes? Let me just put in a quick, some quick song music here, and I'm going to take a quick break, okay? I'll be right back. You won't be able to tell because it'll be split second, in the cut of film. I'll be right back. I'm back. Great music, huh? I didn't hear it either. Anyway. What I would like to call this Doomsday is really hogwash. Certainly just hogwash. If we could change that right there on the bottom screen, hogwash, no longer Doomsday. I've received a comment on one of my other videos about my pet gerbil, who is doing quite fine actually, that he should be named Kermit, and of course I had to state he's not a frog. He is in fact whatever he is, he's not a frog. I haven't seen him move in ages, so maybe his end of the world's already come and I just don't know it, or I'm in denial about it, I don't know. I have absolutely nothing to say right now. One moment, please. on an obscure note, for all the Doctor Who fans out there, I'm sure that you've noticed, not yesterday, but the week before, he was in America. I haven't seen the newest episode yet, so please don't spoil it for me. But as for those who do watch it, last week he was in America. I loved it. It's fantastic. Was it last week or the week before? I don't know. He was in America. It was awesome. That's me comment for the week on Doctor Who. I'm not making that a weekly thing. I just thought I'd say that right now because I can't find anything else to possibly say. Absolutely nothing to say. Absolutely nothing to say. I feel I said that before. I just don't seem to be making any advance. Maybe I'm working backwards here. You don't think? God save the Queen and all that. Nothing to say right now. I'm going to take a cut. What do you get when the chicken crosses the road? McDonald's nuggets. Living in the Welsh lands like I don't, you see a lot of chickens and a lot of dead. And then you wonder where McDonald's get their chickens. But then suddenly they're not on the road anymore. I've never been to Wales, but I'm sure that happens quite often. Anyway, moving on. This is another episode of Naked Spaghetti. And the title is Doomsday 2011.